Welcome to the Middleware Tech YouTube channel. In this series, you'll learn about tuple data structure. Null code examples used in the videos will be available on GitHub. Let's get started.
One tuple. So this is another one data structure. This tuple is another one data structure that we used in Python. So if you want to say something on tuple, then you can say like let me tell you first before saying any point about tuple, how it look like. Just showing you just how this tuple look like. Tuple it is also collections of element. As we are talking about array, collections of element. Tuple is also collections of element. So how we are going to
sorry to interrupt.
yes, please.
Tuple is from NumPy, isn't it?
No. I'm not talking about NumPy package. I'm talking about the basic data structure that is available in Python.
Okay.
It is not from the NumPy package.
Okay.
I've just given the example that NumPy. You're going to advanced application, then you are going to use all the mathematical operations, functions using. You can implement using NumPy package where you're going to use the exact multi-dimensional array as a matrix.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, now when talking about this tuple, this is another one data structure in Python. How we define this data structure like this. Here I'm going to provide 33, some number. Okay, this is you can say as a. This is how it look like. So it is also used to collect element. Fine. So it is basically the same thing as list in Python. But the point is that this tuple is immutable. First point is tuple is immutable. The list that we talked about, array or the list that we talked about, that is immutable. The existing object you are going to change. It is changing the existing object. Mutable. Error. The tuple that you are talking about here, that is immutable. First point. Immutable, already I told you, immutable means once created cannot be changed. So if you create a particular tuple, okay, you cannot change this existing tuple. That is the immutable nature, right? So a tuple has a fixed size in nature. As you find in list, you have created a list and increasing the list, adding element. Decreasing the list, removing all the elements step by step. But tuple is always fixed. Okay. So if you see this example of tuple, now the thing is that what you're going to do in Python, you cannot dynamically add elements inside a tuple as we have done inside. Neither do any support to append or extend that you have done in list, right? This type of things you cannot do with tuple. And extend, right? So when you create a particular tuple, then it's one type of fixed in nature. Then what is the benefit? Tuple have benefits that makes them useful in some of the situation, like that it's faster than list. At one point, let me write. It is faster than list. So that if you are building a list of constants that you only need to iterate through, if this is the requirement, then instead of using list, we should go for this tuple implementation. Okay, so when the requirement is that I have to retrieve huge amount of object, and that is the retrieval purpose. If that is the purpose, then better to not to go for array implementation, list implementation. Better to go for tuple implementation, because tuple implementation is much more faster than list. That is one of the scenario. That as I told you, that tuple is a collections of elements of fixed length, and you cannot change those elements. You cannot change, you cannot update an existing element inside a tuple. So that means from that point of view, like it's the since tuple protect your data from being changed. That you can say you cannot change the elements. So you can say another one point like it will protect your data from being changed. So how it will be done? Let me write one example. I think what I can do with a particular tuple. Let me write one example here. Select this tuple. See. I'm not going to. Okay, leave it. Creating a separate example for all this will be much more helpful. Demo. If M1 self, okay, and just declare a particular tuple, and you can use here t equal to demo and t dot M1. So just see here. What I have done, I have created one tuple here. This should not have, yeah, I've just created one tuple here. And after creating this tuple, I want to print this one. Fine, print it. This. Let's see. Okay, I have to save it. So I've created one tuple and then I have just printed it. The point is that, as I've told you, the features of tuple, neither you can update it, nor you can extend it, only you can iterate through it. Okay, so another one point is that you can create a tuple from, you can create a list from a tuple also. Okay, so just I'm just saying here, like list one equal to tuple one is TP. This is my tuple, and this tuple I want to convert as a list. And then print this one. So what I find here, just see here how tuple look like, how this list look like. List is always inside this bracket. Tuple is inside this bracket. So I can convert a particular tuple as a list. So what I can write, tuple to list. Okay. Similarly, I can convert list also as a tuple. How? I can convert list to how I can convert a list to a particular tuple. So we have one function. So I want to convert this list itself, list one as a tuple. So take this list one, and this list I want to convert as a tuple. So use that function. This is the function. Apply this function, it will convert that list as a tuple. So use create the name of a tuple as right, and print this and just execute. So just check that this same list convert as a tuple once again. Right now, assume you got it. Now you'll say that how many records I can put. Is there any limit? No, 10 object, 100 object, 20 object. So there is no definite limit how many object you are going to define here. That does not mean that it is infinite, but assume from a particular table you got 100 object, yeah, from EMP table. Assume okay, and another 100 object you got from department object. So what I want, all the object that I got from EMP table as well as from department table, I want to concatenate. I want to put inside a tuple. So all the 100 object I have put inside an EMP tuple, and all the 100 object I put inside a department tuple. And what I want to concatenate both the tuple. Okay, I want to concatenate both the tuple. So assume I have these objects TP that is available in the list one, or you can say tuple 2 contain all the tuple object. Now I want to create another one tuple. It is tuple 3. Tuple 3 contain some other object like take some object related to it's a tuple, right? So this tuple symbol you have given. So all the object that is available in the tuple, assume it is a string object. So you can define a string object like this. Okay, and assume it is some language like Java, then Python, then plus. So I have total 3 objects. Using this 3 object, I've created another one tuple. That is tuple 3. This is one tuple, and this is tuple 2 already is there. So I have 2 tuple. Now what I want to do, I want to concatenate tuple. Okay, so my requirement is now concat. I want to concat both the tuple. Then what I'll do, just write concat and do plus tuple to spelling T small plus tuple 3. So both the tuple I have concatenated, and just trying to print it. Let me check and do it or not. Print. Okay. Yes, I can concatenate 2 tuple. Okay, so so this is this will work, right? We can concatenate multiple tuple that we have. Not only that, you can repeat the tuple also. Now it is a concatenation, right? Now I can repeat the tuple also. Repeat means I want to say like if I have one tuple contain 3 object. Now this one I want to repeat 3 times, right? So that also we can do it like let's see, I'm going to create tuple 5. Okay, tuple 5 equal to tuple 3 into how many times I want to repeat? 5 times. 5 times. I make it 5 times repeat. After that, I want to print. Okay, and print 5. Okay. Fine. Let me check it's repeating or not. Okay, it's repeated, right? See your same tuples. You are repeating 5 times. That is, you are repeating tuple 3. Tuple 3 have repeated 5 times. Yes, it came, right? So this type of things you can do it. As I told you that tuple is immutable. Immutable means what? What I do, that means what I have done in this example. This is concatenation. This is concatenation, and this is repetition, and right. And next, what I want is that I want to check whether tuple. I told you the tuple is immutable. So let me check whether it is immutable or not. I want to cross check. Yes, is it immutable or not? So inside your tuple contain TP contain 1, 2, 3, 4 object. Now what I want to change that TP. Okay, so TP change means what I want is that in a particular index position I want to add one element. Okay, so TP in the 0 location I want to add one element called 88. We contain this 4. So in the 0 index I want to add 88. Okay, so first I have to print once again int TP, and then in the 0 location I'm adding 1 to it. Let me check it's giving any error or what. Yes, tuple object does not support item assignment. That means we cannot change the tuple. We cannot update, right? So that is nothing but right. So this is one of the features. That's why I say the tuple is immutable. Now I told you that in which scenario we are going to use them in actual project environment. Okay, assume when you are going to migrate from one application to another application, you have to store the data and from one source system to destination system. So when you're sending the data from source system to destination system, you may find that 10,000 records is there. In the 1,000 records, some records will come to X system, some records will go to the Y system. So that means I want to say that if 1,000 records are available inside a tuple, then I can slice it. I can slice it based on my requirement. Okay, so how I can slice a particular tuple? I can slice it based on my requirement. How I can slice a particular tuple? Assume what I'm saying now is that slice a. So how I can slice a particular tuple? Assume I have some element. I have some element inside this element 6, 8, 4. I have some element inside this tuple. And if I'm going to print, already you know that it will print the same things only. Right. Okay. It's printing the same thing, no issues. Now what I want to do, I want to slice this tuple like this. Just see. print, I want to use here, take this, I think you know, right once again, Control C, 6, just see here, please. I'm using 1 colon, okay, and just execute. Just see here, when I'm using 1 colon, that means the first element removed from the tuple. When we're using 1 colon, first element gone. Right? Now we have another one operator, right? Okay, now see here. The second one I'm talking about, this is called slice operators. In slice operator, how it work? Let's see, this is I'm using and -1. Okay, so just see here how. Just see here, please. 73486. Tuple 6 content. So 73486 came how? In the reverse order, right? Actual element is this one. I want to print without the first element. So 1 colon I've used. No, I want them in the reverse order. Complete tuple, I want it in the reverse order. Slice operator -1. It will come inside a reverse order. Same tuple came inside reverse order. So not only that, I want to print for a particular tuple from one position to another position element I want to retrieve from a particular tuple. Now here we are using only 4 or 6 object. Now when you have now and these are numbers only, right? You can have an user-defined object when you're dealing in actual application. So like this way you have to retrieve, right? Just see here what I'm going to do. Tuple 6, Tuple Z. Let me write Tuple 6. Okay. I want from 2 to 4. Okay, just see here. So from 2 position, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 position, before 4. So from 2 position to before 4 position, if I want to get the element, from second position to before 4 position, I can retrieve the element from a particular tuple based on the requirement. No, I want to delete a tuple. I have already one. Already I told you that you cannot update because it's immutable. You cannot update. Now I want to delete a particular table. Cannot delete a particular tuple? Same like earlier. If I can, how we are going to delete a particular array? Same like earlier, you can use this statement. Delete that tuple name that you want to delete for your requirement, right? Using tell tuple name you have to use. So writing here and assume you are going to length particular tuple if you want to get. So you have that length function, right? Easy only, I don't have to say. Length of 6. Length of 6. Right? And if you want to print, then you can use that print function. So this is how you can create a particular tuple and you can work with this tuple based on your requirement. The length also you got, and you can apply multiple function. The main features of tuple is this immutable features. So in which scenario I should go for this tuple? When I have to, main purpose is iteration, or if I want to merge, concatenate. So after concatenation, I want to retrieve the elements. Better to go for tuple then list because of its immutable features. You cannot update it, and it will protect your data from being changed, right?
Amit, can you go back to the script and explain me the last line one more?
Okay. Last one line is a length one, no?
No, that means the 2:4 one.
Okay, this one.
Yes. The
Oh, this is
2:4 one.
called 2 to 4. So 2 to 4
2 to
means
4.
I'm going to get 2 to 4 means I want to get the object from second index to before 4 index.
Okay. Means in between 2 to 4. Okay.
So
Okay.
those things
Okay.
you'll get in API documentation, and based on the API documentation, you can move. No issues.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, now what I'll do is we'll move with the next topic is dictionary. Okay. Now this dictionary is also another one important data structure that we use here. So